Ndo gwesigika totawana kutambula kibuga tawafeke bucha abasangibwa ku luguudo lwa Salama okumpi ne Makindye Senior Secondary School okulira na Pearline Primary School ngukirira ku Charles City batunda ennyama ennungi ng'ate eri fresh weetaaga ya mikolo weetaaga ya waka ogyetaaga luddawa era mu bipimo kikaaki bakubira essimu bajja gikutuusaako wonna w'ogyetaaze essaawa yonna okumanya ebisingawo kubira Tawfik Bucha ku nnamba eno ku 075 23-89-33 oba 0-774-75-45 Tawfik Bucha twewayo kuweereza essaawa
24 for pushing so hard on that line. As you have noticed, the regime is at crossroads. You saw Madam Wangadia dismissing the issue and also complaining that we have refused to take this issue out of the media, out of public domain. We shall not stop. We want our people back. You also saw that in its desperate attempt to divert us, the regime through their RDC in Kayunga paraded a fake Martin Lukwago, claiming that Martin Lukwago, who has been missing for more than a year, had shown up. Of course, the wife of Martin Lukwago and the children dismissed this fake man. That was not Martin Lukwago. The regime fell flat on their face. We are informed that they are holding on to that man, but the same thing, the same story as all of you remember, that the military spokesperson presented a man that was burnt, but this time having compromised him to lie that we are the ones who burnt him. We continue to demand for our people. And yes, it is for that reason that we have been moving the world over, calling upon all allies of Uganda in the West to take this gross human rights violation very serious. Thank you very much, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind you, we had the opportunity to document gross human rights violations that happened before, during, and after the 2021 election. And yes, we have a film, a documentary film, that's showing the real picture of Uganda to the international community. Not only that, but we have been knocking on various doors, demanding that the United States, the European Union, and all these other democracies across the world stop dealing with General Museveni as if they are dealing with a legitimate leader. We have singled out those regime people, the high-ranking military officials and officials in other institutions that are involved in gross human rights violations for targeted sanctions. I am happy to report that on top of people like Kare Kaihura, on top of people like Abel Kandiwo and Erweru, recently, Biabashaija, who hates prisons, was sanctioned. Now these sanctions, what do they mean? These people steal money, taxpayers' money from Uganda, and they are rich, they invest this money abroad. That's where they go for medical treatment, that's where they take their children for all that they need. And yes, they treat Uganda as a cemetery. But gladly with these sanctions, they and their families are sanctioned. They are not only blocked from traveling to those countries, but also their wealth is confiscated. On that list, there are notorious human rights violators like a one Christopher Damulira. Most of you that have been arrested and taken to CMI, you know the role that Christopher Damulira is playing in abducting and murdering our people. So we know that on that list, we have Christopher Damulira, we have people like Rugumayo, we have people like Namanya Napoleon, and all top and middle level, officers in Museveni's government. We are focusing on them and we are calling on the international community to sanction these people. Probably when they know that there are repercussions for their actions, they will stop these gross human rights violations. Ladies
with clarity, the distinction between the issues you asked. Nkudemu Luganda, Zombi. Njakuddamu Luganda lumenefu. The issues asked are various. First of all, you are asking that we committed that we shall not return to the house until we have clarity relating to the person that disappeared and several other human rights violations. Then you restate that you saw the speaker saying the issue must end on that very day without further ado. One, let me assure you that like the president said, that matter will never end until full accountability is given, and will not end. If you thought the speaker was closing the matter, we opened a fresh page on the matter. You probably need to, and I'll ask the rank and file of the opposition to trust the team in Parliament, because Parliament matters arise every minute, and it's our job as team leaders to assess the situation and take decisions. Now, when I made a rejoinder to the House, I offered clarity on several questions, and fresh pages were opened. We are now at 3 fronts. Remember, some of the issues we raised were taken to the Commission of Human Rights. Hence the meeting that flopped yesterday, for the reasons I informed the nation yesterday via the press conference I offered in the afternoon. Secondly, the second layer of questions or issues or problems or violations were given to 2 committees of Parliament, the Committee of Human Rights and the Committee of Internal Affairs. Those 2 committees will certainly receive their terms of reference this week from the House Speaker, consulting with the opposition in Parliament. Our people will be able to table their issues to be very clear and succinct. The issues taken to the Committee of Human Rights and Internal Affairs relate to violation of human rights amongst fishing communities, a matter we have variously raised in Parliament, and nobody was moved until we moved the House to finally have that matter referred to committees. And shall ask our people to go and testify, to go and offer evidence over violations, rape, murder, and all sorts of violations that were visited on our people in the fishing communities. That matter is still alive. The matter of missing persons is most alive. That's why you see Miss Wangadya panicking and fidgeting and making error after error. The dead are not dead. So until evidence, until clarity is offered to their whereabouts, nobody can put away that matter. Rest assured, my brother.